Hey, good morning guys. So we're out here at a track walk here Sunday morning, and track looks absolutely beautiful and the soil condition is just about perfect, especially on the upper half of the track here on the hill. So let's do a little track walk, and track starts over here with our small step down jump. Okay, so this is a really fun jump for everybody. Oh, here's a friend. Wanna say hello? Okay, and then we got a landing here about 5 meters or 15 foot coming from over there, and then there's a long downhill here. So if you're a highly skilled rider, you would get off the gas before the jump so you don't over jump it, and then you would try to scrub the jump so you can land somewhere around here at the bottom of the downhill, so you don't flat land down here before the turn. And then you're coming into turn 1 here. There's a big berm around the outside, and then there's some inside lines as well. And then coming out of turn 1 here, we're heading into turn 2, which is a left-hand turn. And if you're taking the berm, you want to enter really wide up here, carry most momentum. And then you also got some inside ruts, like inside lines here, that you can use to make a pass on guys who take the outside, if necessary. And then turn 3 is a sweeper. That means there's no berm to support high speed, so you need to cruise. Just coast around here as fast as you can without skidding. And then turn 4 has a berm and a really tight inside here as well. And heading down the hill with a nice mountain view, by the way, into turn 5 down there where we rebuild the berm, so it's really nice. And then here entering turn 5, if you want to maximize your momentum again, you can enter like pretty high up on the berm here. That way you don't end up being too high on the exit. And then it's time to have a lot of fun over here with a big tabletop, as we talked about the other day. This is a big 60 foot or 20 meters tabletop triple. Has 3 landings. Okay, so here you can see coming up here, take off, and first landing here, and second landing here. Well, actually yesterday it was really cool. One of our new club members, he cleared this double and landed here. It's about 7 meters, I think, jump to land here on the slight downhill. And he also cleared the step up double for the first time after training for a couple of months, so that was super cool. And here we got the big triple landing, which is a nice long landing. So if you're on holiday and you want to do some training, there's a lot of room for error if you're an experienced rider that want to try a bigger jump. And then heading up the hill over here, things start to get really fun. This is where you can really get on the gas and stay on heavy throttle. Just going up this hill as fast as you can. Try not to wheelie, because there's like a couple of bumps here. Here's a bump. I actually jump over this bump and then land over here. These bumps are the result of these rocks that are kind of under the track right here. And then this is our biggest jump. This is a big quad jump, step up quad. So you can hit this one, 3rd gear, almost full throttle, or full throttle if you want. if you want to try to do the quad, but you need to know what you're doing. Coming here from the right side of the track and then cutting to the left side of the takeoff. So you're landing out all the way up there if you want to do that. Then there's also like single option, double or triple. Triple is probably the fastest because then you can triple to the inside and land on the brakes. Okay, so now we're standing on the takeoff here. So here's a single option. You can land here if you're a complete beginner. Don't need to jump really, just cruise over and just drive it up like a little bumpy hill. And here's a double landing and then triple landing and then quad all the way up. And there's a nice view as well up here. And little pro tip, if you're a high level rider and you want to do the triple, then it can help you brake for the turn to turn to the inside. It can help you slow down if you clip the triple with landing with the rear tire. So you're basically landing with the rear tire here and the front tire here. That will shave off some speed and then you can brake, and then start turning more easily. Otherwise, if you clear it like properly, like you normally would do on a jump, you're gonna carry so much momentum and have less time to brake, and you'll tend to end up on the outside over here, probably lose a second or so on the lap time. And then if you do the quad, that's actually slower. It's a lot slower because you're landing up all the way up here, and then you have so much momentum, you're forced into this outside berm, which is super slow, like compared to the inside. And then you're gonna also have like a slow wide turn down here in the sandy turn. So double or triple is the fastest combos for this step up jump. Now coming through the sandy turn here. You usually take it on the inside line here, like coming from that inside to this inside, and then you don't end up in the fluffy stuff out here. And then there's a little straight section here. Okay, and now coming into turn number 9, also known as the U-turn, because it has the shape of a U. Usually everybody gets this wrong if they're not familiar with this kind of turn, and then they will enter too far on the inside. And if you want to carry momentum, you need to like come in more wide. If you want to take the outside, which will enable you to double through the whoops, which is the most effortless way to get through the whoop section over here. But actually the fastest is to come a bit from the outside and then cut into the rut, carry a bit of momentum, and then see if you can rail the rut through the skimming whoops on the left. And on the right side we got jumping whoops. There's actually 6 whoops to jump over on here on the right side. And then if you want to go fast, you can skip the last whoop and actually jump, like crush jump to the inside of this next turn. This is a left turn. So you just jump over and flat land like right here. So you skip that whoop here, and then you're already coming into the turn, which will align you to come into this downhill berm, which is like the side of the step up jump basically. And then you can get on the gas on this outside berm. And yesterday test riding the Yamaha, our new 2017, well, which is like relatively new for us. Then I discovered that it's so smooth, it's so there's so few bumps that actually for the first time it makes sense to sit down right here halfway through this berm. Just sit down and then just pin it, like just go full gas down the hill until like here. I mean, don't try this please if you don't know how to use the brakes. But normally I would always stand up, like coming down down this hill because it's usually super bumpy, right? So then it's faster to stand up. But here, actually yesterday I was sitting down for the first time ever and just trying to pin it, which was extremely fast. So I had to shift to use 2 fingers on the front brake lever for braking before this turn, where I normally just use the index finger. This is something we also train, like finger alternation. We talk about how many fingers to use and when to put all the fingers around the grips, and it's all included in our training programs, which have around 300 steps and skills to learn to become a high-level rider. Something you may want to consider if you're tired of getting stuck in a cold country during the winter. And also, again, when you're coming down this hill here on the left, you want to make sure you go as far left as possible so you can carry momentum through this turn without ending up being busy finishing the turn at the bottom. The further out you can enter on the left, the earlier you can cut down on the berm to complete the turn. Whereas if you're just taking like a random center line or something, you're gonna tend to ride over the berm or not be able to finish the turn and get in trouble at the exit, ending up too far left or even riding out of the track. Just a little tip. So that was actually, now that we're at turn 12, so we're heading into the beginning of the track again to the step down. So that was a little track walk. As you can see, soil looks pretty nice. Ready to have a great day at the track. So hope to see you when we open in a few hours at 12 o'clock. Get some coffee and get yourself ready. See you guys.